action makes the man a man without a plan to fail. Bet on yourself if you wanna prevail. Embrace the unknown with confidence. Never know what you gon' face. It's anonymous. Can hate all they want, they ain't stopping shit. I ain't have a pot to piss, no time to reminisce. Don't get caught up in the mix, you lose flavor. Never had a minor, I was always major, highly favored. Thank the Lord every day, I always praise him. Welcome, it's the ptdl podcast, perspectives through different lenses. I got my host,
Trip.
then we got our guest, my boy Sevv, producer, engineer. So let's get right into it. How long you been producing and engineering?
Yeah. I mean, we were just talking about this. It doesn't feel like it was that long, but about like six years now. Yeah, I started in college and then.
What made you get into it though? Like,
yeah, I went to a small school in Connecticut. I got recruited to play sports and.
What sport did you?
I played squash. It's kind of like racquetball.
I ain't never heard of squash.
Big like Northeast. Honestly, it's like a Northeast preppy sport, but I just didn't really. It was crazy, like being a college athlete and at a small school. I wasn't fucking with it.
Yeah.
So I started teaching myself how to DJ in my dorm room, and I wanted to make music. And then I met a good friend of mine my sophomore year when I came to Vanderbilt when I transferred, and he was a rapper. So then I just started recording him in the basement in our dorm room and just fucking around and recording him all the time, and I thought that was super cool. And at the time, you know, songs like Lil Baby and Gunna, like Drip Too Hard.
No, it was around that era.
Yeah.
They were going crazy, and like that was they were super in, like that was the really cool thing to do.
Yep.
And so the first time I recorded a rapper and it sounded horrible, I was like, damn, I want to try and like make it sound good. Like, I don't know.
So what do you think pushed you towards like making that a passion for yourself?
I grew up playing piano.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ever since I was a kid, I was in bands and I did all that kind of stuff. But I kind of stopped in high school because it's not like a cool thing to do in high school. But like DJing in college was a fun thing. Like our fraternity had DJ.
We DJ'd in Connecticut and in Advent.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's so cold up in Connecticut. Like all I do is just like teach myself how to DJ and do stuff in the dorm, and then I got a couple gigs at bars. But I think I just got passionate about it because like I'm like a little obsessive, and when I really start to like something or something really challenges me, I think it's equally like it pisses me off that I'm not good at it, and I find it interesting.
That Pisces shit.
Is that really Pisces stuff? Okay, I'm not into all that, but that makes sense, honestly.
And we both Pisces.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's crazy though, cause that music shit is not easy, bro.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like people, like a lot of people just think you just go in the booth and just rap and the song is done. But it's like
it sounds great.
The lyrics and the person talking over the beat is damn near the least important thing.
Yes.
Because if the beat is trash, you ain't gonna get to the lyrics. You feel what I'm
Recorded
saying?
like trash.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
If it's recorded like trash, they don't give a fuck.
If the beat overpowering the voice, it's like.
Yeah, so it's like you gotta find that perfect balance, bro, and like you actually gotta have an ear. You see what I'm saying? Like people who don't have an ear for certain sounds and shit, they never make it being a producer. You know what I'm saying?
You're totally right.
Yeah.
You ever think about how many hit songs never a word because it just sounded so
Yeah,
shitty?
you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of shit.
Question.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to develop that ear? And it was like, damn, I finally got this shit.
Never. I'm still not like that.
So you're still learning?
No, bro. I'm still like that. 100%.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's cheesy, but it's like this. The second you stop trying to learn is when you lose.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I agree.
And I didn't really. So there have been times where I was like, I got this shit. My stuff sounds fire. But then a year from then, I'll go back and listen, and I'll be like, damn, dude, like I was fucking that up. Like,
so would you say that depend on like the artist you're recording, or like as far as like, you know how say you record somebody, you be like, damn, I got that shit exactly how I wanted it. But then you go record a whole other person and you ain't used to their sound, or
so it's harder for
that's
you
a
to
good
pick
point.
through.
That's a good point too. Different people, it's like kind of tough to kind of dial them in, or once you know exactly how someone wants to sound. I think that's a big part of it too. But I don't know, man. To me, it wasn't until I realized I was looking at all, because obviously when I got into it, I was like, all right, who's making this stuff sound really good?
Mhm.
The engineers, whoever recorded it or mixed it,
Yep.
made the song sound really, really good.
Yep.
Who are these people? And I start looking it up. Maybe like the youngest out of all the guys that are like recording and mixing the biggest artists.
Yeah.
At the youngest, these guys are early 30s, like 32, 33. And you go find an interview with them and they're like, yeah, I interned at the studio.
Yep.
I've been doing this on my own for like over 10 years now. I
Mhm.
started when I was 15.
Mhm.
So you talk about like, yeah, you got to develop the ear. And I'm like, oh, I've done this for 5 or 6 years. That's crazy. Like, wow, 5 or 6
So you
years.
thinking 15 on him?
That guy has run laps around what I've done.
Yeah.
And 3 of my years were like in a dorm room, like
Mhm.
kind of
Yep.
fucking around,
Yep.
right? Like,
Yep.
So
he
is,
still got my ass.
is that what kind? So you said he been doing it for 15 years. So you got 6 years experience. Like what would you say is the biggest difference between his 15-year span and your 6-year span? Like as far as like sound and quality.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's the experience. I like what you said earlier, like is working with a different artist. Sometimes you get one person's sound better than another. I think
Mhm.
it's just those, when you're in a session and something isn't right.
Mhm.
Whether that's like which kind of microphone you're using, whether that's like a certain plug-in or certain tool that you reach for, or a certain effect or a certain way that somebody
It's
records.
tedious as fuck.
Super tedious, but it's all the little things and they really make such a big difference. So I would say, like, what does that person have over me? It's like, it's just reps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a dude in the
It's like
gym.
a vet.
Yeah.
It's like a vet versus, you know what I'm saying? It's like Aaron Rodgers
Dude,
versus them.
Yes.
What's the dude from the Chargers?
Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert. You know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
can both sling it. They
but you
both
can see the
sling it.
difference in them. You see what I'm saying? Like when it
Roger-
comes down to the final moments,
Mhm.
you see that it's like, okay, Aaron Rodgers is more calm, more collected because he's
Poised
been
and-
there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Dialed in.
saying?
Exactly. He can be like, I don't know, this coverage against
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna audible and hit this one,
Yeah.
like game winner, right?
Yep.
Versus, so like me doing it 6 years. Yeah, when I like that I can look back and be like, okay, my mixes then were lacking something. This year where I'm at now, so much better.
Mhm.
And people trust me enough to be able to work with some good artists that like are able to trust me with their sound, which is awesome.
That's why I was gonna ask you. You go ahead. Though.
Yeah. But there's always room to grow,
Facts.
especially
Always.
especially on the mixing side. Like I would say on the recording side, recording artists, I am like very, very close. But you look at the people that are actually mixing the albums, and it just takes. I think it just takes time.
And you really never hear about it.
No. Oh,
They
dude.
You rarely know who it is unless it's like Metro Boomin or
Yeah.
Tay Keith or somebody like that. But
And
literally people know a lot of these beats
N-
be coming from people that
Yeah.
nobody fucking knows.
And those are producers, bro.
Yeah.
Could you name one mixing engineer?
No.
Could you name one Could either you guys name one person that's mixed a big?
No. Not that I've paid attention to or that I just
Exactly.
actually know of. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I know co-producers and shit like that, and like Consequence for Kanye West helped write a lot of his
Yeah.
shit. But it's like, other than that, bro, you don't. And let's be real. Not only just for producers, you don't really hear about too many people other than the artists on the song.
Facts.
First of all, because the whole point of the song is for them.
Yeah, exactly.
You see
Exactly.
what I'm
They're the
saying?
brand. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
the brand.
No,
So
it's
it's like
facts.
they're
You're
not
right.
going to promote the other people who actually put the song together.
Right.
You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying? That's why I think producers, mixers, people who master songs, bro, they deserve more credit than they get, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Question: do you only record like rap artists, or have you done some singers?
Yeah, dude. I do everything.
I know singing is
So
tough.
that's what I was gonna ask you. What's the biggest difference between recording a rapper and a singer?
Yeah. That's a great question. Huge difference. The way you record stuff's different. I would say, kind of back to the like, what does this person's skill set have on me? Until about like a year ago, the most like tuning of a vocal I could do was like auto tune,
Mhm.
and you can kind of freak the auto tune enough to make it
Auto
sound
tune
good.
got better too.
Yeah, auto-tune's way better, so it doesn't sound
It's
super
easier
robotic.
to figure out too.
Easier to figure out, not so robotic. But there's something called Melodyne, which is like more transparent. So
plug-in.
yeah, it's a.
Yeah,
it's
I know
a,
what Melodyne is.
It's a plugin. So, but you can move individual notes, and then you can also like you can move them up or down notes to make them like perfectly on the beat. You can also move stuff timing wise, like, oh, I said that a little bit too quick. You would never know someone messed with it, and you can move it back a little bit and make everything on time. But when it comes to singers, I'd say the biggest thing for me is, and I learned this from an engineer, Jared Conrad, who's a beast. He works with like tons of huge artists like Reba McEntire, that old country, like he's worked on like some huge songs with her. But the thing that he told me that he tells artists in the studio when they're doing singing stuff is he says, don't worry about being on time and don't worry about being on pitch too much. He says, do your best, but don't freak out about it. I will fix it. But I don't have a plug-in for the energy you put into the performance.
Right.
But that's all on artists.
I feel like you gotta be. I feel like when it comes to singing and shit, you gotta be more strategic about how you going about. You know what I'm saying? Mixing or mastering it. Because somebody who just has the same tone of voice throughout a whole song, obviously you're not gonna have to fuck with the dBs and all that shit too much. But for somebody who going from high to low, then they going to mid, then they going back down. It's like,
Low
okay,
voice,
now I got to drag these dBs down, or now I got to push them up to make them match. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. And like, mixing and like all that kind of stuff, definitely tougher with a singer. But at least to me, because I think the biggest part was people don't realize everything you hear on the radio. If there's someone singing, anything you've heard on the radio has gone to one of these mixing engineers that's like 35 years or older, 10 plus years of experience, really, really, really good. And they have tuned everything perfectly and timed everything up perfectly. I'll never forget, we were working with this artist. I won't say his name, obviously, but we had one of our interns here sitting in, assisting the session. And they'd finished up the session and we were going to get to the mix. And I had some free time right after the session. And he looks at me and he's like, trash. And I was like, and this kid's like, he's like 8. He literally just finished up he just got out of first year of college, like, trash. He was like, dude, that guy sucks. And I was like, he wasn't in the room, but I was like, chill. Like, but to be fair, the guy was doing singing, he was doing crazy harmonies and tons of stacks, and it really, like, to be fair, if you listen to that, anyone would listen to that guy and be like, this is trash.
Right.
So I like, first I was so rude to be like, yo, that guy's trash a minute after he left. You know? Super rude. But I was like, watch this. And we go in and we tune it all. We time everything up so all the backgrounds are the exact same timing as the main one.
Right. And that sounds a lot better.
And when I'll never forget, like we do that. It takes like probably 30 minutes to tune and time over. He goes, shit's kind of hard.
But that's what people don't be realizing. Like most songs with raw vocals on them suck.
Oh, suck, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Like most of them suck, bro.
You heard like Lil Uzi with no words?
Like could you imagine? Okay, think about it in this perspective, right? I would hate to go to a Lil Uzi concert and him rap a cappella. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, first of all, now we just gotta hear Uzi rap. There's no fucking beat. And Uzi can't really fucking rap. You feel what I'm saying? So now you know he's just gonna be spilling out a whole bunch of yells and a whole bunch of bullshit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's more, I'm not a Uzi.
Versus like J. Cole, he can sit up there and rap on the mic and you'll be like, damn, I feel this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like just straight off the top.
I'm not a Uzi listener, so I don't know about his music. So is it more of his sound? Like,
I don't know, bro. I used to love Uzi, bro. Like, I used to absolutely love Lil Uzi back when he came out with, what was that mixtape?
So Tour Life and all those.
Yeah, all them songs.
Eternal Attack.
Yeah, but then it was kind of like, bro, I feel like something just shifted. You feel what I'm saying? Like, once he actually made it, bro, I feel like something just shifted in his mind now. I can't even think about listening to Lil Uzi. You feel what I'm saying? Some people love him. Not for me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like
Everybody got their preference.
Yeah, like some
Facts.
people like YTB Fat and all them, but I don't listen to them personally. You feel what I'm saying? And some people just like, bro, who you listen to? I'm like, shit, Wiz. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not really in tune with all the new. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I said Kid Cudi to someone who was younger in the studio, and they're like, "Who's that?" Like, no way.
Bro, cause Kid Cudi, he had hits, bro.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That's
Man
one thing people can't say.
Insane.
And then on top of that, he helped produce multiple hits.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, regardless of what people think about Kid Cudi is stamped for life. It's the same shit with Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean came out and said he was gay, but guess what? Frank Ocean also had one of the best record deals of all fucking time that he finessed his way through. You feel what I'm saying? So,
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he had.
I didn't know he got finessed. I feel like everyone.
No, he finessed the record. He finessed the record company.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, so he ended up finessing them. That's why he ain't dropped no more music, because he made so much money off the last album he dropped.
Oh seriously?
Yeah, because he finessed their ass. You know what I'm saying? Look it up.
And now he can't or something.
Yeah, look it up on YouTube, bro. They'll explain the whole story to you. But it's
I didn't know that.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What you feel like separate? Like, it's plenty of producers and engineers in the world. What do you feel like separates you?
What separates me?
What's your niche?
Yeah.
That's a great question. I think that's a great question. So I went to school and I wanted to be like a psychologist for a while.
Yep.
And I think kind of back to what you were saying, what made me interested in music. Beyond the music, I love music. I played piano. I love music in bands growing up. I love music. I think what makes me really love music is how personable the experience of recording a song is. And I like producing too. Especially if the artist is there. I've learned I really like producing. If I'm just making beats by myself for myself and sending them out to artists, I don't really think I like that. And so I think what makes me a little different is I love almost trying to think from the artist's perspective while they're recording. Right? Instead of, if you're an artist and you're struggling, instead of the engineer telling you, do that take again, would you rather hear that or the engineer say, I think we can get an even better take.
Right.
That one was good.
Right.
Just how you word it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that can totally either turn an artist into their mode and get them confident.
Yeah.
Everyone knows like a confident artist is going to be feeling themselves.
Yeah.
It's passion.
Loose.
Get the passion, not worried about doing something bad. We were just talking about
For fucking up.
that Vanderbilt football. No, don't be scared of the moment. It sounds silly, but anyone who's never recorded music, being in the booth, that's a moment.
Yeah.
Being in that
It's an
booth,
experience.
being in that booth, especially imagine it's your first time ever working with an engineer. Bro, fuck that. That could be really weird if it's the wrong engineer.
For
That's
sure.
facts.
How would you explain my first experience when you first met me in the studio?
Well, I met you because you came with Hunt from the Six.
Yeah.
And you were friends with him. And
I
you
was
were
actually my cousin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I bet you did tell me that. But, I mean, dude, you were cool. Like, I will say, you were not very good when I first met you. Straight up. I've known you for long enough
Like,
now.
as far as being comfortable in the studio, yeah.
I've known you for long enough now where I can say that, but only because you've gotten so much better. And you weren't like, bro, we have had really not good people in here. Or like, even Billy just fucking around. But you were good. And like, all your friends were they were saying, man, you should have heard him 6 months ago. He was way worse then. And I was like, I guess that's a compliment. Like, that's kind of rude, bro. But you were cool. And honestly, to me, like, anyone who, again, same thing as engineering. I think it's the same thing anything in life, honestly. And I'm only 25, but there's something I've learned being a young adult. Anyone who is able to have the perspective that they are not as good as they could be at something is already 10 steps ahead of the person that thinks they already made it. Because you have people come in here and they're like, my next mixtape is gonna blow up. Like, this is it. I'm the one. And they're really not that good.
Right.
And they're really not putting in that next level effort. Like, man, I've written 25 songs. Juice WRLD, like,
That nigga got
thousands
2,500.
of songs, bro. He's kicking your ass the same way the guy who's 50, who's mixed 2,000 songs, shits on like the 500 or whatever that I've mixed so far in the past 5 years, right?
Yeah.
But like, I think with you, dude, you were cool. Like, you were cool. You weren't a dick. Not even close. But we have people coming here that like think they're hot shit, and I'm just like,
Feeling entitled.
dude, that makes me not want
You
to.
fuck up the vibe.
I'll always do my best. There'll never, ever, ever be a session where I don't try and make it sound as good as I can.
Yeah.
But if someone's either disrespectful to me or the space,
Mm-hmm.
I've asked people not to come back before
Right.
because I don't want to work with people that are fucking up the energy. I think that's
Right.
really
Yeah.
important for everybody around.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
important for them.
Yep.
But you also want to get better. And your friends were
Most
saying that you were getting better. And that's exciting. And now
Okay.
your shit's actually super dope.
You gotta get better, man. That's the only way.
You got to, bro. It sucks.
It
at
take
first.
repetition though.
Yeah.
With,
That's
with
all.
everything.
That's all it
bro.
was. Just getting comfortable in that.
Have you ever listened to some of your old music from like 3
Hell
years
yeah.
ago? You laugh at it?
I do
Oh.
when I listen to my shit.
I thought you were
gonna-
going to say when you listen to his shit, you laugh.
When I listen to my shit, I do.
I ain't gonna say I laugh at it. I could tell the growth. I could just tell the. I don't know. Me starting off, it wasn't that I couldn't rap. It was just.
You
It
had to
wasn't.
find yourself,
Yeah,
bro.
it wasn't what I was saying. It was how I was saying
Yeah.
it, and the confidence in what I was saying. Type
Sure.
shit.
But that's what it takes,
Yeah.
bro. You gotta find yourself as an artist.
What's the difference?
So you
Shit,
think-
and as a person, bro. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's finding yourself as a person is more important than finding yourself as an artist. Because, like, for instance, when I was making music, right, my shit was hard as hell. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I got some bangers. I ain't gonna cap, but I also got some bullshit. Like, some shit when it's on my girl phone, when it come on her radio in her car, she skip it. Like, bro, some real shit. But then there's some songs where
She's
she
a real
like,
one for that.
yeah, but then there's some songs where she like, oh, do you remember when you made this in the bathroom during COVID? You feel what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I remember this shit. But like for me, bro, my thing was I was choosing finding myself as an artist over finding myself as a man at that time. So I'm sitting here rapping about shit I know damn well I ain't doing. You feel what I'm saying? And it made
That
me
cap rap.
it made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because in the back of my mind, every time I post a new song or something, I'm sitting here thinking here like, okay, I got friends back in Tennessee because I ain't live here no more. I lived in fucking Miami, Palm Beach, Colorado, all types of places. So like for me, bro, it was more of like, I got all these friends and shit. They listen to my music, but is it believable?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because I knew it wasn't believable, it made me kind of think like, damn, like, is this shit really for me? Because like for me, bro, I got a certain rapping style. You see what I'm saying? Like I can make motherfucking love songs and shit like that, but that's not my preference.
Sure.
I like to kind of make more like, not necessarily violent shit, but it's kind of like a mix in between player shit and some violent shit in between. But I was just like, bro, I ain't been in the streets since motherfucking 2016. Like,
Yeah, bro.
I ain't sold a piece of weed since motherfucking 2015. I'm not selling pounds
Allegedly.
and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's
facts.
like, bro, I just kind of lost the feeling for it. Versus like, bro, he actually rap about substance. You see what I'm saying? So regardless,
That's the other thing.
he'll never fall in the slump because he has substance.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? It's like his shit is more kind of like J. Cole-ish vibes, like where he actually
For sure.
talking about something.
For sure.
You know what I
That's
mean?
why I'm finna say. You said you had to find yourself as a person before you
Yeah.
find yourself art. Mine was kind of like simultaneously.
Yeah.
Like the more I grew as a person, the more substance I wanted to add
Yeah.
to more shit I wanted to talk about and which lane I wanted to talk
Yeah.
about type shit.
That shit's tough, bro. Like hella tough.
And that's a cool thing also, like, having that happen at the same time. That's a great point, because a lot of the stuff that you talk about is, like, I think that was the other thing when you came in here one of the first times.
Mhm.
You weren't talking about, I was going to say, I don't think, you definitely have never talked about, like, selling drugs, hurting people, like, being in the street, like, ever, bro.
Me, no,
Ever.
but the thing about it, bro, I grew up in the hood, in every hood in
Right.
Nashville.
Yeah.
But it's just not appealing to me. Everybody talking about
Facts.
that shit.
Everyone talks about that.
That was my whole thing. I just wanted to talk about something different than what people is talking about.
Which is dope, because now you got your own shit.
Yeah.
Like, and let's be real, it's still not even a lot of. If I'm being honest, like I haven't heard any other like Nashville artists that I can compare your sound to, and that's just facts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
most motherfuckers out here, they talking about walking people down with Dracos, and
You
know
never
what
had
I'm
a
saying? Like,
Draco.
ain't never had a Draco.
My thing,
You know what I'm saying?
even if you own that shit, you ain't on it every day.
Exactly. That's
Like,
not
you
your.
ain't
That's
killing
not your.
nobody
That's
every
not your
day, bro.
everyday life.
You feel me?
You know what I mean?
That's my thing.
And honestly, if you gotta ride around with a Draco, bro, I would hate to live that way. Like, I would hate to fucking always have to ride around with a Draco, because that means motherfuckers looking for me at all times.
You should make a song about how much you would hate having to ride around with like a Draco. About how shitty gang life is.
But, and that's
Talk about the side of it where it's like, damn, this actually sucks.
And you gotta think about it in this perspective, right? You have rappers that get caught for stupid shit, right? They motherfuckers go to jail 10 years, 5 years, and people love that shit. But then if you think about it, it's like, bro, you're a fucking idiot. You got caught.
No.
You're not a good fucking criminal. You got caught, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True,
So it's like, why the fuck are we glorifying people getting caught for crimes that they committing? You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you was just a smooth criminal where you committed all these crimes and never got caught. Okay, you get props.
Right.
But you've been caught 10 times.
Yeah.
You for the same shit, bro.
You gotta improve. You gotta
you know
step
what
it
I'm
up.
saying?
And then not only that, you telling on yourself.
Yeah, then you get in the song telling on yourself,
telling
bro.
on
Yeah, songs.
So
You a kill boy and you still in the car in the motherfucking video. How stupid can you fucking be, bro? A lot of these artists out here these days, bro, I don't understand it though. Like, I kind of miss the feeling of like the music we had when we was coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where you could actually listen to a love song on the radio and feel that shit. Like, you would be like, damn, I can't wait to be with my wife one day riding around in a Corvette, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you can vision this shit
Like
in your
T-Pain,
mind. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can, like, when T-Pain dropped Bartender, nigga, I couldn't wait to be old enough to go to the bar.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That song is still a hit to this day.
Yeah.
No, bro, I play that out DJing.
Yeah.
There's not a single DJ gig downtown I don't play Bartender.
Like, it's just
Not one. I
like,
play it every night.
it don't hit the same,
It
bro.
was
The
hits.
music don't feel, you don't get that connection, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel like everybody is kind of like the same. Like, that's why I love Glorilla so much. It's because Glorilla is literally the only female that I feel like I could hang out with and not want to fuck. You feel what I'm saying? That's just fact. But you know why? Because she gives off those vibes of, first of all, she respects herself.
Yeah.
And she ain't rapping about her pussy every single song. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear Glorilla, you be like, damn, this bitch a little gangster. Like,
Yeah.
she could be one of the bros damn near. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you listen to Sexy Red and you like, I couldn't hang out with her. We would just have to fuck.
Type shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj, I just gotta fuck you. There's no other thing we can do.
Glorilla definitely.
You know what I mean?
Glorilla definitely has got a.
I think she the best
Like,
female
aura.
rapper out, bro. Point
Yeah,
blank.
she's fire.
Point blank. Period. I don't give a damn what nobody say, bro.
I also love that Yeah Glow song.
Yeah.
That,
But
that one's a bop.
have you heard her new song called "Hold On"?
No, but I've
That
heard people saying it's
motherfucker.
really good.
I think
Stamp.
somebody I seen somebody make a reel.
Yeah.
TikTok.
They've been making TikToks and that shit stamped, bro. I listen to that
Yeah, she's
motherfucker
fast
every
on
day. I ain't gonna lie. And that's the thing, though. I don't listen to female rappers,
Yeah.
but I can listen to Glorilla. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
So-
it ain't
so-
because
so-
she's
so
from
something.
here. You know what I'm saying? It's just more of like, okay, yeah, I know where she come from. So like when she rapping about this shit, when she say she pop her shit so hard because she ain't never had nothing, I feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? Versus somebody else talking about, I pop my ass in a club.
Yeah.
Do. I'm like, okay, I don't even go to the club, so how am I gonna feel this? I ain't
Yeah,
seen
it always
somebody
makes it a
twerk
little
in
tougher.
years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't seen no girls twerk in years, bro. So I can't connect.
Yeah.
It's
No,
the
I
same
feel
shit
it.
with a lot of these dudes out here.
The
though.
girl rap trend's super interesting, honestly.
It is, bro.
I don't listen to it, but I mean,
Yeah,
the
I
amount of time
don't listen to female rap like that.
I don't get requests for anything, any music ever that I've since the time I've been DJing, like I do for Sexy Red downtown.
Really?
Bro,
Everybody
And
loves
it's-
Sexy Red.
it's like for every song request I get 3 for Sexy Red music.
I like
All the
Sexy
time.
Red that she's herself.
What are you DJ at? Like what all
All on Broadway. Like
Oh, damn.
Lucky Bastard Saloon, Whiskey River, 12:30 Club, that Justin Timberlake one. Pushin' Daisies, that Tequila one.
So you get a lot of gigs.
Yeah, I play every weekend, like 3.
Damn.
I'm gonna have to come
At
fuck
least
with
3
you.
or
I
4
don't even be
gigs.
going out like that, but I'm gonna come
Bro,
fuck with you one day.
I don't go out like that. I only go out to work and make
Yeah.
some money out there.
Hell yeah.
Really?
I'm
That's
definitely coming to
dope,
that
man.
the tailgate shit though.
Yeah, I
100%.
didn't know they played. I didn't know they played Texas this year, bro.
That's
I
crazy.
definitely want to slide to that. I know the tickets ain't gonna be super expensive.
No, facts.
Shit, it might be more Texas fans than Vandy fans.
100%. Maybe not in the stadium, bro. I will say, like, Alabama, one whole half the stadium was Bama. The home side, like, all Vandy, dude.
Really?
It was all Vandy on the home side, which is pretty electric. I mean, like, what, it was like 15,000, I mean, it was like 20,000 Vandy people were on the field, like,
Yeah.
stormed it. A lot of Vandy fans, bro.
What did you major in when you went to Vandy?
Yeah, so it was the degree, the name is Human Development. Human Development, HOD, so it's Human and Organizational Development.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have like minors within that. So my minor was Leadership and Organizational Effectiveness. So it's like
Mhm.
Human Development's like, how do people think?
Yeah.
What makes people decide to do the things that they do?
Mm-hmm.
And then the leadership and organizational stuff was like, how do you apply that to
Right, like
business?
like an add-on.
Yeah, and how do you and specifically how do you apply that to a business setting? So
Right.
if you're interviewing someone for a job, you know, what questions should you ask them, and why should you ask them that? And if they say this to you, why did they say that to you? Kind of like what you were saying with like as an artist, like I liked what you said. You were like, once I got my confidence,
Yeah.
now I listen to myself now and I got confidence because I know I got something to be confident about because I've worked hard for it, and that's an important thing. But at the same time, I didn't realize that before. And it goes both ways. The engineer having confidence can help the artist,
Hell yeah.
or the engineer can give the artist confidence, saying something like, oh, you can do an even better take than that. That's my favorite example of it. But there's so many. I mean, I'll never forget one of the first times I was in a studio with a really, really good engineer, this guy who's engineered for, you know, like Kanye, done a lot of stuff with Sway Lee. And I'll never forget the artist came in and he did that same, we can get an even better take. We can get an even better take. The way that's worded is so important.
Yeah, yeah.
And that changes.
It's more inspirational.
100%.
Because you think, if somebody said that to me, I'm thinking of it, okay, he hears something that I'm not hearing.
I
know what I'm saying?
got this.
That and also he really cared
Right, exactly.
to give
Yeah.
you
Exactly.
So he really listened.
Exactly.
Like you could have gotten a better take for real.
Exactly. And I also think kind of what that taught me in that major was a lot of times, especially in music, because it's so emotional, other businesses, a lot of times it's kind of just like, can you get like just numbers like, oh, do you got the best price? No, I'm going somewhere else. Music's really emotional.
Yeah.
And a lot of the clients that we get leads from, because we're big on like advertising on like Google and Instagram, we get people in. The amount of times we have people come in and they just say, I called 5 studios, 10, 15 studios. No one picked up. I called you guys. You picked up. And not only did you pick up and say like, hello, when do you want to book? Yes, we charge this much. Or when I get people on the phone, I go, hey, I'm Alex. What's your name?
You ask them
You're
about
making it more
something.
personable.
Yeah, I'm there. That's awesome. Like, are you from Nashville? What are you working on? Well, I'm working on an EP. That's cool. Like, what kind of music do you make? Like, how long have you been an artist for?
Mhm.
People love talking about themselves.
It's not just about money.
No, bro. Because the way someone feels when they walk in the studio, this is someone that, this big Atlanta studio that, like, Ludacris and all these big people record at called Patchwork. But this interview, they're famous because they'll bring, this is my favorite story. They bring chocolate chip cookies to big artists in their sessions at night.
Mhm.
Huge artists.
Right.
You ask them at the studio. It's like a multi-million-dollar facility, millions of dollars of equipment, $1 million room. It's perfect. It's amazing. It's in the heart of Atlanta. What's the first thing they mention when you ask them at the studio? Man, it's 2 a.m. and they brought me fresh baked cookies.
Yep.
That fucking
Just
shit.
something as simple as
It's
that.
the experience,
Yeah.
man.
The way they feel when they walk in, they feel good. When someone's like, "Yo, I brought you some fucking cookies at 2 a.m." and they're paying $150 an hour to be in this room,
Mm-hmm.
and the reason they're gonna book over and over and over is because you were diligent enough to be like, "We got an oven downstairs. We got an
Right.
intern working the desk.
Right.
Yo, throw a $3 sheet of cookies in there.
Mhm.
Don't burn them."
Yeah.
But the way you make someone feel, whether that's listening to what they're working on, whether that's actually paying attention when you're an engineer and caring about their music, even if you don't like it yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I work with people that make music kind of like that yeet stuff. I hate that music personally.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you a question too. How do you go about recording somebody or dealing with somebody and their music is not good? And like, how do you sit there and listen and keep
How do you
recording
prepare
that shit?
yourself mentally for
Yeah.
that shit? Because you got to hear this shit over and
Yeah,
over and over and over in the same
yeah.
parts over and over.
Yeah, bro. I've done albums with people that I might not love. I might not listen to that music in my own time for sure.
Right.
I think there is good parts in every song. I think
Mhm.
very few songs. It's easy to be judgmental. I think there's very, very, very few songs you could listen to it all the way through and say there wasn't a single good thing about that.
Yeah.
There is 99.9% of the time there is something good in
About
a song
something.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think for me, you gotta hone in on it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta find that, and then you as an engineer, if this person's really bad, if it's 99.9% of the time there's something good there, it's like 99.99999 that they don't know that it's not amazing. You know, people aren't like that ridiculously delusional, but help them, bro.
Yeah. And
Help
a
'em.
lot of people just don't know music.
Yeah.
If it's not good to you, first off, like, I was in here with these younger producers that we were just working on something while they were renting out the room. Yo, the new Yeet album dropped. We gotta listen to that. And they turn on the Yeet album, and I'm like, that song sucks. That song sucks. They're like playing through. I'm like, that song is horrible, trash, garbage, and they're like, yeah. So first off, I realize I'm not gonna like everyone's music, and that's okay because
Sure.
maybe someone does. But if I can try and pull out something that I like in it, that's cool.
Okay, so what music do you like to listen to more? Like, are you listening more for the sound, or do you like lyrics, or you know what I'm saying? Like, what did you like to hear?
Yeah, a little bit of everything, honestly. Obviously, like, I got a folder for my Spotify where it's like mixes that I really, really like,
Mm-hmm.
just love, and I could listen and they just feel so good all the way through.
Yeah.
Future's album with Metro earlier this year is one of them. If you listen and you're specifically listening for how good they made Future sound and how loud and just clear, all insane. That album is out of control. But I don't even know what makes me like what I like. Some songs it's lyrics. I will say I don't really listen to hip hop in my free time.
I love country music.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Like what?
Thomas Rhett,
Yeah.
Jason Aldean, all types of
Fuck yeah.
stuff, bro. Sometimes I just
Country
can't.
music
Sometimes I
rips.
can't, bro. Sometimes I just can't wake up and listen to Bang Bang Shoot 'Em Up. Like,
Nah,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying? Like in country music, I think country music is more mentally healing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because like country music, 99% of the time is about life.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's some shit to where you can listen to it and be like, damn.
Like
This,
you think?
yeah, this dude talking
Damn.
about how he's trying to raise his family and how to, you know what I'm saying? And you like, damn, I got a family on the way. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you can kind of relate to it. You know what I'm saying? Because every nigga that had their heart broke at some point.
You can listen to that. and
Yeah,
feel it.
you know what I'm saying? Every dude has got drunk at night and just got fucked up for no reason just because they might be in a bad place. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or you just
Hell
got
yeah.
high as fuck and just passed out. So it's like, sometimes, bro, I just want to sit there, bro, and just, you know what I'm saying, hear the smoothness of the beat. And, you know what I'm saying? Because there's not too many ad-libs.
Traps.
Yeah.
I have an answer better to what I listen to on my own. it's not like listening to a new album. I don't listen to a ton of music, but when I do, I think kind of what we were talking about earlier. You were like, I love Lil Uzi, but I like his older stuff.
Yeah.
And we got sidetracked, but I was gonna ask, like, what were you going through at your time in your life where that album was on? Because for me, like, when I think about Juice WRLD or those first Juice WRLD songs dropping, or that first album with like Lucid Dreams and all that kind of stuff, I could tell you exactly where I was, what job I was working, who I was hanging out with.
That's how music be.
And that makes me smile. So I think when I listen to music, a lot of times it's songs that are like associated kind of with a memory or a time in my life that I can get excited about. Like Kid Cudi was one of the first rappers I really liked, and that's because I got my brother's iPod in 2010 and it had some Kid Cudi on it, and I was like,
and you remember that to this day.
Yeah, exactly.
You probably remember what song came before.
Yeah,
and
bro.
when you first clicked on that motherfucking song, how it made you feel. It's like, for me, a song that I always go back to, I don't know if you ever heard of this movie by Kevin Gates. So, and the reason why I always go back to this song is because this is a song that me and my best friend who got killed, that's the song we used to ride to all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember every time we rode in the car listening to that song. So now when I listen to it, it's kind of like, damn, my homeboy on the side of me right now. He ain't physically here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm associating it with my homeboy. Like you were saying, you usually associate songs with either times in your life or memories. So going back to your original question of like what I was going through during that time of the Uzi, bro, this was a time when I was broke as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Popping Xanax and, you know what I'm saying, just, bro, really just being a young, stupid ass adult. You know what I'm saying? And during that time, Uzi was the motherfucker to listen to for all the young, stupid adults who was just graduating high school. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers didn't have their lives together yet. So, like, and that's part of the reason why I don't like Uzi as well. Is because I associate Uzi with a time in my life where I know I wasn't doing the right shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I never want to go back to those times where I couldn't even afford a McDonald's burger. You know what I'm saying?
But there's something beautiful about
there's some
beautiful in there.
Yeah. What you about to say, bro?
I was gonna ask you, since you was like, you don't like none of your old music, but you like the music that you made after that.
Yeah.
How do you go about making your music? Do you make your music based off the beat, how it make you feel, or you already got some type of...
Mine is all feel.
Okay.
Mine is all feel. Because, like, bro, I turned on beats. I know you probably done did this for, and I know you probably have too, where you turn on a beat, you playing in your headphones, and you like, yeah, this the motherfucking one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then you get the rapping over it, and you like, hell nah, this is not the one. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta, like, for me, I kind of like going for more, I ain't gonna say soulful beats, but like beats that when you hear them, you like, okay, yeah, I love this beat.
It's like it's
you know what I mean?
to you.
Yeah, like it's not one of them just boom, 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 boom,
Sure.
boom. You know what I'm saying? It might have a little melody in it. You know what I'm saying? It might have a little sample at the beginning, or you know what I'm saying, like something like that. Might have a little stop to where in the middle of the song you might just be able to talk for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And not rap. So it's kind of like for me, bro. I kind of feel the beat out, bro. You know what I mean? And then I make my choruses first. So before I even write a verse, I write the chorus. Because sometimes the chorus can make the song. Sometimes you just make the chorus and then you be like, all right, I know exactly how I'm going to start the first verse and I know exactly how I'm going to fucking follow up on it. You know what I'm saying?
See, my shit be different, bro. Like, sometimes, most of the time, if I'm listening to the beat, it got to make me feel a certain type of way. But I never have a specific way. I'll be like, I'm finna write about this.
Yeah.
I be like, this beat it put me in this certain mode. Or sometimes I don't even need a beat. I just be writing, and then I have something written. I hear a beat. I be like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna put that on there type shit. But it just come to me differently type shit, like in that aspect.
Yeah. I think where I used to fuck up a lot was where I would look at a beat on YouTube, because that's all I've ever used is YouTube beats, and they fucking suck. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, the YouTube beats used to be low-key hard. But now all these fucking beat makers are just pushing out 6-7 beats a day, and they all fucking suck.
You gotta find.
Yeah,
you gotta find.
you
You gotta look a little deeper.
So like, what I used to do is, bro, I would find the beat, right? I would look at the name of the beat, and that's what I would base the song off of.
No.
Yeah,
That's like the worst thing you can do.
I know, bro.
I
And
feel
those
like-
are usually my songs that fucking suck. You
Really?
know? Oh,
I
yes.
feel like people always say they're like, "Don't show me the name of the beat."
Yeah, bro.
I'm 50-50 with it.
Sometimes it makes sense, I guess.
Sometimes it do, cause sometimes it might be, this song might be called Bust Down, the beat might be called Bust Down Rolly, and it sound like a Bust Down Rolly fucking beat, and it might just go perfect.
Sometimes you try to put the square in the
Yeah,
circle.
but sometimes it's a fucking beat called Safety, and you
Yeah.
now you trying to talk about how a motherfucker need to be safe, and then it's just
Sure.
like, this song just ain't hitting.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, no one wants to be safe out here, clearly, these days.
And most of the time, like when I listen to music, even if I'm making music or I'm listening to music, if I don't like that shit right away,
So,
Yep.
I don't like
that's
it.
important too.
Like, I
That's
gotta
right.
like it right away. If I don't like it right away, I ain't gonna never like that shit.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
important. Bro.
So let me ask you, I want to ask you, bro, like, what's your vision? What do you want to get out of it? Like,
Yeah.
what do you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you hope to become one day?
It's a great question. I definitely want to be that guy who's in his 30s and fully understands
Yeah.
what makes these records sound really, really good.
Yeah.
Quick side tangent on that was I'll never forget my freshman year of college. Doing a lot of drugs like a lot of kids early on in college. They're 19, dude.
Yeah.
And we probably smoked a ton of weed. And I go downstairs to the not the cafeteria, the fucking dining hall, and I'm like sitting with my friend, and we were just listening to music, just fried. But I just remember thinking like, how does this song sound so good? I don't even remember what song it was, like maybe like Coldplay or something.
Mhm.
But I was like, how does it sound so good?
Right.
And again, like, you remember moments that are important,
Mhm.
and your brain like kind of just forgets like a random conversation we had at lunch one time. But the ones you remember are there for a reason. I remember that one,
Mm-hmm.
and so I know it's almost like a mission of mine to
Right.
eventually be able to listen to a mix. I don't know if it'll ever happen,
Fully break it down.
and fully like me in my heart of hearts be like, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It is just as good as any other mix that I listen to. It comparatively,
Yeah.
it's there. But so I think like personally, I want to do that. Recently, in the past 2-3 years, we opened up this studio,
Yeah.
and I went from recording in my bedroom in my apartment, just people
Mm-hmm.
nearby, to recording more artists in town.
Yeah.
And I think in Nashville, I think the hip hop scene, honestly, everything but country is kind of hidden.
Yeah.
And I think it takes a great engineer and a great team of engineers that usually are, if you listen to any good engineer, they say, well, I give all my flowers to the guy above me who taught me because he'd done it for 30 years, so he
Right.
sped me. So I think I really want to help out Nashville, but I also, self-servingly, I really want to get to that point where I can find a record and take it as far as it can possibly go.
Yeah.
And I also think that engineers have amazing ears, and I want to eventually I want to help with engineers advocating to get more points on records, because right now they get paid in advance. Very few will get percentages and royalties and percentages on records.
Yeah.
But if you look at anything in business where the real money that can advocate to help a person, it's in having a percentage of the thing.
Of the record.
Whether in music, that's the song.
Yeah.
And engineers don't have that.
So, I got a perfect example of what a good fucking producer and all that shit. Let's take, for example, right, Young Buck, right? It's a huge fucking Nashville icon, right? But look at the difference between Young Buck when he was with G Unit and now that he's solo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can hear a tremendous difference
Does this stuff not sound that good right now?
in the songs, the way it sounds, everything. So it's like,
Better or worse now?
it's worse now. I mean, he still sound like Young Buck, but you could just tell that the quality of the music is not what it used to be when he was getting pushed by the big machine at G Unit, where they had the top fucking producers in the world, when you was working with Eminem fucking Dr. Dre, all of them motherfuckers. Now you come back to Nashville, and now you was this big artist, and now you working with really people that's just around your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he probably go to studios, but they don't hit like how they used to hit. It's gonna be hard for him to ever make another hit. First of all, because you don't have that machine. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have 50 Cent's face out there pushing you. He's already damaged your name. So, and that's why I say I'm basically hitting on the whole hitting shit about Nashville. That's what I originally wanted to do, was to help put Nashville artists out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, bro, you got to do something that also makes you happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, great. I could get somebody some clout and do an interview with them and get 10,000 views on it, but like, is that making me happy? Because at the end of the day, I'm the person putting in all this work.
Yeah.
They gonna keep doing what they doing regardless. And that's the thing about Nashville. I just feel like Nashville sometimes, bro, I feel like we could be so much more if everybody just, you know what I'm saying, came together. And that's what me and him kind of, you know what I'm saying, clicked, because it was kind of like, all right, bro, I know some shit that I can help you with, and there's some shit that you can help me with. You know what I'm saying? So why not come together, put it together, and now we can actually start building something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to do this shit by yourself, bro.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Like you said, you had an intern that you had in here with you and all type of stuff. You trying to, I'm assuming you trying to build a team.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? To where you can be like, okay, look, guys, we got so-and-so coming in at 7 o'clock, and then we got this person coming in at 9. Can y'all go ahead and handle it? I got something to do.
Yeah, exactly.
To where you don't have to, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
no,
saying, be here at every
exactly.
single last moment, but you got somebody that you can trust to give that quality that you would give. You know what I'm saying? That shit is hard, bro.
It's really
real
hard.
shit.
And I'll say, kind of what you were saying about Nashville. I hear everyone say that about Nashville. They're like, man, if we just all came together. And then, so here's two things I hear about Nashville. Man, we should all just come together. And then people saying that others are selfish. I hear that a lot also.
Yeah.
And at least personally, maybe it's like more the engineering world. Maybe like the artist, producer world is a little more like, the producer world, definitely people are very like, how can that help me?
Yeah.
Because a lot of producers are fucking hungry, bro. Because they gotta eat, bro. They gotta make some money. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
A lot of people always think like, what can help me?
Yeah.
Bro, I think it starts with like some Bible, bro. Like, love your neighbor.
Yeah.
Do some shit that doesn't help you at all.
And it's not always about money.
No, bro, it's really not. We have
That's
this
a fact.
We have this engineer here who's also a sweet producer. His name's Casablanca. Is his producer tech. I'll never forget. We were just talking about this. It's been like a year and a half since he came on the team. He knew nothing about recording. He produced a little bit. He will tell you his beats were trash, horrible. He worked really hard, and he's always been a really good dude who wants to help the team. And I've made it a point to just be like, he's a good person. He is helping us, and we're really not giving him much back besides like a place to like work and like you know, some hourly sessions that like we're obviously paying him for and paying him for his time to work. It took him like over a year to really get recording and learning, and several times we were like, oh, we think he's ready, and we put him in a session and he wasn't ready.
Right.
And several times, and several mentors of mine that I've spoken with were like, why the hell do you still have him?
Right.
Why would you still have him? Why would you want that?
Shit, that's the only way you're gonna get better. Just keep doing it.
Who's gonna help him get better?
Yeah.
If you genuinely think, and he was helping me so much, why wouldn't I want to help him? Why wouldn't you want to be patient? Now he's one of our best engineers, easily.
Yeah.
Now I would throw him into any session, and I know he'd be good.
Right.
All the time.
Right.
But it was tough, bro. But at the same way, funny you brought up Young Buck. My first mentor was Young Buck's engineer for like 3 to 4 years. He recorded like albums on albums and mixed albums on albums with Young Buck. He was so fucking nice to me, dude.
Right.
I can't even start with how gracious he was. There was one time. So first off, I went over and obviously I paid his hourly rate, which was like, for non-recording stuff, it was just like $50 an hour at his house. And he was like, what questions do you have? And I was like, I don't know. I was like,
You don't know what to look for.
I was like, dude, I don't even know. I don't even have questions, dude.
Right.
Like, I'm a sophomore in college. Like, I don't fucking know. I met you outside of a bar and we smoked cigs, and then you said you recorded Taylor Swift, and
Now I'm here.
I was like, I don't know.
Right.
And he was like, well, like, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to record, like, vocals and make them sound good. He was like, cool, let me show you, like, the whole template. Let me show you how I mixed this one song, and then I'll clear it, and I'll send it to you so you can play with it.
Right.
And then there was one time I'll never forget. He was like, or I texted him, I was like, yo, I'm having troubles with XYZ. And he was like, oh, I'm in town, like, I can stop by on my way back.
Oh.
And he just,
Damn.
like, bro, this is like a multi-diamond,
That's genuine.
dude, like, multi-diamond engineer
Mm-hmm.
who was just like, yeah, I'm on my way back from a gig. Bro, he's gigging and working like 12 hours a day, every single day
Yeah.
in his 40s. And he's like, oh,
But he made the time to come help you out.
let me just stop by and help you with, like, how your cabling on your setup is. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, bro?
Yeah.
That's so kind. Can you imagine if everyone, back to what we were saying, can you imagine if everyone did that for each other?
Exactly.
Even just a little bit? Even just a little bit, bro.
Yep. And that's the same thing. Like, before I started this shit, I reached out to a couple of my homies who I know, like, you know what I'm saying, know how to work a camera, which obviously working the camera is really not that difficult. You know what I'm saying? But I had a homeboy, so I reached out to him. I was like, yo, bro, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm like, yo, bro, this is what I'm trying to do. You feel what I'm saying? I really want to get a team together. You feel what I'm saying? To where we could do this, and then once the shit start popping off, obviously everybody will get taken care of. You feel what I'm saying? And so,
They didn't believe in it.
yeah, you feel what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, bro, we charge $300 a video. And I'm sitting here looking, and I'm like, $300 fucking dollars a video. Your video quality not even, you know what I'm saying? The video quality of your shit's not even worth $300. It's not like you shooting with an 8K camera or no shit like that. So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I totally understood. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, I got something I'm working on. I don't know what he's working on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He might have a goal that he's trying to reach to where he's trying to build his clientele and get recurring clients, because that's really what make you the fucking money.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why it's important to be generous to your guests, get them a good experience. Because I had a cleaning business in Colorado, right? And me and my girl's goal was we didn't give a damn about one-time cleans. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not where the money is.
No.
The money is where you can get people to come back to you or come to you. You feel what I'm saying? On a consistent basis.
Yeah.
So you might have a guy that you might not started off with as strong as a relationship, but now y'all done built to a point where he might be in this motherfucker every week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you might fuck with him. You might be like, hey, bro, you coming in here every week, bro. Instead of me charging you the 70 or 80, whatever it is, I'm going to give you a $10 discount just because you show me so much love. You feel what I'm saying? So I think for a lot of people, bro, even producers and stuff like that, bro, building that clientele, bro, is fucking tremendous.
Yeah,
tremendous, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's big, but it's also tough because a lot of times producers don't get paid.
That's true.
So a producer's like, bro, or how many times have you ever heard about a producer working with an artist? I mean, and then they go big and then they never work with that producer again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost a joke in like the engineering community.
Yeah.
The amount of times, I literally joke about this all the time. The amount of times an artist will come in here, man, you're so fire, engineer. Like, when I make it, I'm taking you with me to the top. Until you actually think of taking the fucking engineer with them to the top.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
The second they sign to a label, bro,
they replace all that.
The label got, they got this guy, and like, you know, shit's just crazy, bro. See ya.
Yeah. It's like, damn, bro, you done sold me a dream, homie.
Yeah, literally, bro.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What's one thing that artists or anybody like that is into music don't know that the producer or the engineer have to deal with that's like snubbed on? If that makes sense.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean? Like in the studio?
In the studio.
Like, so you mean like a difficulty?
Yeah,
Or like a hurdle? Like a hurdle.
Like something that's not
that.
a good side of it.
Yeah.
Like something that's something.
Or the artist might not think is a big deal, or anybody
Motherfucker
on
coming
the
in
outside
smoking
looking
cigarettes and shit. You know what I'm
anything.
saying?
So like something that's inherently negative, like something I wish they didn't do.
Yeah.
Let me think for a second. I think a lot of it, I think like the ballpark answer you can give is just that like artists more often than not are, and creatives are very pretty all over the place. Not super organized,
Yeah.
usually not super on time with stuff.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Which is tough, dude, because I get it's almost like it's like yin versus yang. So it's like to be creative, you got to not care about all the rules and time. But then also to a certain extent, you got to be on your shit. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to be an artist, you got to post your music consistently. You got to be dropping music pretty consistently. You got to have a budget. Look at your budget. Stick to your budget. Like, probably have a business. Write stuff off. Like, do all of those XYZs that are not super fun. So I think part of it's probably just like, I mean, dude, the amount of time we'll have people show up late and then they try and, you know, oh, well, like, I showed up 20 minutes late, so, like, we should be able to go 20 minutes late.
Like, nah, you get minus 20 minutes. It ain't my fault.
No, it's like, we got someone coming. Like,
Yeah, I can't run over 20 and then now they gonna be 20 minutes off.
which is always tough, but
Then what about my time? Like,
Yeah.
how you know I ain't got shit to do after this?
no, bro, like,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, seriously, everything I do every day, it's either, like, going from one session to another or going from one thing that's going to get us more clients or build the business to another.
Mhm.
So it's tough. On a lighter note, because that really is just like, that's just dealing with artists. I'm so used to it now. I get them, but that's also a good learning thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
I notice that's a problem.
Set
So when
boundaries.
Yeah, so when people book, I tell them, yo, your time starts when you get here. We really recommend getting here 10, 15 minutes late. We got a little waiting area. You can help yourself to some water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got a bathroom. Come in, get ready. We'll have someone come and greet you or make sure you're all good. We don't schedule sessions back to back. Like a 7 to 9 won't have a 9 to 11 right after.
Mm-hmm.
We stagger them at least like 10, 15 minutes
Yeah.
because shit happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes sessions run a little bit over.
Mhm.
Maybe there was some troubleshooting we had to do, so we actually did start a little late, and it was
Yeah.
on us. All good, right?
So you give like a 15 minutes
Like a grace period.
Not for the artist, but just from when the next session starts.
Okay.
Right. So
I
like,
got you.
if someone's like, "Yo, I wanted to get in at 9 o'clock tonight,"
It's gonna be
I would look at our
9:15.
schedule and be like, "Yo, we have a 7 to 9. Yo, we'll get you in at 9:10,
Yeah.
9:15.
Yeah.
That's when our session will start, just to make sure it's not
On that, running into that
the
other
minute-
session.
the minute one person's done, he's immediately seeing the guy in the hallway. And
Yeah.
just, I guess just
Yeah.
on a lighter note and a more funny note, because that's just like that's like business.
Yeah.
For the amount of times artists will try and describe what they want and they have no idea what they're talking about. I mean, that's like the classic joke. Like people try, man, I want it to be like dark but like energetic and like bright.
It's like,
but,
I can't be dark and energetic at the same damn time. You gotta choose one of them.
My favorite one, and I have because we have a security camera. It was so funny. I had to go back on the camera and watch it. It was just, and I sent it to the guy also. I was like, I love you for this, but if you weren't yourself listening to this, you would think you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He was like, I want you to make it again like I'm stuck in the cave and it's dark and I'm trying to get out, but then I see the light and I want you to like pull me out of the darkness. He was like, I want you to make it sound like that.
I want to say, what the fuck?
Wondering like, damn, bro, what
What
the?
does that sound like?
No, it's just like,
Write this shit down on a coloring book or something. Draw it out for me or something,
you
bro.
know what I say to him when he asked for that?
What you say?
I got you.
Hell no.
And you fuck around and do the same shit. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how I
That's
be.
fine.
I didn't change shit.
He's like, man, you know exactly what I was asking for.
Yeah, so I want to ask you a question, bro. Like, speaking of you going to college and stuff, like, because I feel like a lot of people, bro, you know, we go to college and we kind of forget the vision. So it's like, what was your what was your biggest thing that you had to get over in college? Like, what was that experience like? Did you go through any dark times in college where, you know what I'm saying, you might have been by yourself or grades might be slipping? So like, what was that college experience, and what was one of those things that you had to get yourself over? Could have been doing too much drugs, could have been partying too much, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, 100%. I'll say the first thing. So I was long distance relationship with my girlfriend at the time, and we went to high school together.
Right.
So we were long distance. We've been together now for 9 years. We're married. Now she's my wife, but we were long distance for 4 years.
Yeah. That's a long time.
Bro, being in college and being long distance for a while sucks.
Gotta be strong.
Yeah.
Just like
It more than sucks.
anyone who's like in a long distance relationship, that sucks, and it's very trying, and it definitely tests your faith,
Yeah.
tests everything. So that I think that was like in college. I think that was a tough thing, but also a good thing, but because it built me up.
Yeah.
Obviously teaches you just like self-discipline. You got to be like in control. You got to stay
Grounded.
on. You got to stay on your shit. You really test you like, yo, how badly do you really want to be doing this? And then also, dude, just being around like DJing and hip hop and that kind of stuff, bro. Like a lot of drugs,
Yeah.
a lot of smoking weed,
Yeah.
and a lot of times like you don't think about it until you're like. I remember having a moment where I was like getting out of college and I was making a little budget for myself. I was like, all right, like here's how much like I'm making a month. Here's how much like it's gonna cost me.
Yeah.
And I looked at it in my notes the other day because I hadn't deleted it. I deleted it, but I wish I kept it. But I literally made a budget of like money for like weed.
Yeah.
How fucking dumb. Like,
Yeah.
and that's not a dumb thing for a lot of people. And I also have Tourette's syndrome, so I have like tics and stuff, and I used to have a really bad stutter.
Yeah.
So in college, like that, it really did help me. If
Yeah.
I smoked, it would help me for at least a day or two after I smoked, which was crazy. My tics would be a lot better. And nowadays, like, they're probably worse. And when I get a little stressed, they're probably worse. But at the same time, like, I just remember looking at that budget for weeks. I was smoking like every day probably. But I was just like,
That's me now.
damn, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember looking at that and then being like, oh, I'm good. But then I couldn't not smoke
Yeah.
for a couple days. And I was like, damn, dude, like,
You depended on this shit.
it's great. And you don't realize, especially when you're in college and it's just all fun and you're just partying and stuff. But
Yeah.
like,
And you just
It's
really
a-
just smoking for no fucking reason. You just smoking just to smoke.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like it's a serious thing. Like
It
a
is.
lot of people, like, oh, dude, it's just weed. It's just what, dude. No, like for some people,
For
bro,
some people, it's not.
some people it's too much, bro.
Some people, bro, like, and the crazy thing is, like, bro, I've been trying to stop smoking for months,
It's tough.
but I can't do it. Like,
You gotta create that obstacle in your mind where it's
Bruh.
like you gotta manipulate it.
bro, I done tried, like, but I think for me, bro, the reason why it's hard for me to stop smoking is because of the job I work. So, like, when I get off of work, bro, I just want to unwind. You know what I'm saying? I'm so
Yeah, I
used to
feel
coming
that.
home. I'm so used to coming home, going on my back porch and smoking. It's like second nature. You know what I'm saying? So when I don't get it,
Routine. Yeah.
when I don't get it, I'm like, oh fuck, like, bro, I haven't done it today. You know what I'm saying? It's not even necessarily about the weed. It's more just I'm so used to
Habit.
the habit of rolling up a blunt. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm used to going through those motions. So when I don't go through them, it's kind of like, bro, I'm missing something. Like
Yeah.
something's not right about
feel
my
that.
day. You
I
feel
totally
what I'm
feel
saying?
that.
Like and some like for you, bro, I know you work out.
Yeah.
So it might be for you. You might be like, fuck, bro, I didn't fucking work out today.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel what I'm saying? Like this shit is really
But-
fucking
Driving
bothering
me
me.
crazy.
But it's the same thing with the weed. Of course, you know that I'm on probation now,
Yeah.
so I'm like 2 weeks sober without no weed, and sometimes I be on edge. I'm
Hell
like,
yeah.
So this shit be irritating me. I'm like, I'm on edge like a motherfucker.
And that's the thing, I get irritated. So like
Mm-hmm.
like you said, bro, me and you got something in common. I've been with my lady for 9 years. So
Hell yeah.
our 10 years will be in December.
Congrats.
So
Dope.
like
That's
she,
both of y'all.
and then, you know, I got a baby on the way. So like for her, she stopped smoking months ago. Because we tried to have a baby for 3 straight months because she was on birth control. And, you know, it take a little time to get it out the system and shit. So she stopped smoking.
But you don't want to be smoking with a kid.
Yeah, so like when my kid come, bro, I know I'm not gonna smoke no more. You feel what I'm saying? But like it's kind of like now, I feel like the reason why I haven't stopped smoking is because I want to get them last moments.
Getting it out your
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to get those. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to be like, all right, I smoked my weed.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
That era, that book.
Yeah,
is
like
closed.
that, like that book is closed. So it's like I've been trying to close that book, but part of why I wanted to stop smoking was for my little boy. You know what I'm saying? But my little boy ain't here yet.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it ain't hurting that little nigga at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't call me a bad parent because technically I ain't a parent yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, but the moment that shit happens, I don't want to do it because, bro, I grew up in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit, bro. Lived in homeless shelters.
Yeah.
All type of shit. Like, I remember watching the fucking 2008 Olympics out the homeless shelter. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, bro, and I'm the only person that don't live in the hood in my family. You feel me? So, like, for me, bro, I wanna make it a point to, you know what I'm saying? Like we talked on the last episode, bro, to break that fucking curse, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be the parent that's not dependent on Percocets or weed or, you know what I'm saying, substances that we don't need.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So
it's like the most important. I didn't cut you off.
No, you good.
I'm gonna say like one of the most important stats of like a kid having success in life.
Yeah.
Both parents in the household.
Yep.
You look at every statistic. There's like obviously some important ones like household income, pretty important. Where in the country you live is also like has some stuff like what kind of neighborhood you live in. Bro, like having both parents in the household, huge.
And that was the promise we made to each other, bro.
Enormous, yeah, bro.
We made that promise to each other that no matter what, bro, we would not raise our kid in separate households. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I didn't grow up with my pops, and like I'm still growing, I'm still healing from trauma from that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why me and my pops ain't got the greatest relationship right now, is because he feel guilty. You know what I'm saying? And there's some shit I don't care about, but he still feel guilty about it. So it's always playing in the back of his mind of, oh damn, my son might not fuck with me because I was too busy in the streets and he would call me and I'd never pick up. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? It's more of just being there as a father, bro. You know what I'm saying? You call me, hey son, how you been? You know what I'm saying? You good? You need anything? Meet me at the Chick-fil-A. Let's have a little lunch. You know what I'm saying? Just the small shit.
Not
you know what I
only
mean?
that, okay, that's what you did in the past.
Yeah.
Are you willing to
Let's make something
better?
new.
Yeah.
Let's create a new journey for our father-son relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be stuck in the past. And that's why I had to explain to him, like I said, once you realize that, you know what I'm saying, you got to stop depending on other people, bro, you'll be 10 times happier. Because you expect your kids to love you like how they loved you when they was babies. That it don't work like that. Because we all grow up and start to become our own person.
100%.
So you start to learn, how do I love? How do I show my love? You know what I'm saying? And I just think because he didn't grow up with a father or no shit like that, it's kind of like, how can you be a father?
Yeah, you can.
You see what I'm saying?
100%.
It's hard.
Yeah, I'm 50.
Some people are fathers though
I'm
when they don't grow up
50-50
with father.
with that.
It depends on your mentality.
Because I'm like, shit, you ain't have a father. Why wouldn't you want to change the narrative?
Yep.
You seen that that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yeah.
Yep.
You read that one?
I haven't read it, but
I know that book.
I know the book.
Well, it's like the guy who has the really good dad versus the one who has, or it's the two brothers that have the shitty dad.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, I don't even think it's Rich Dad Poor Dad, but it's like the, maybe it is. I actually haven't read it. I've read like that. But it's like the, I mean, there's that classic story. It's like, there's two brothers. They both had a dad, obviously sucked and wasn't there.
Yeah.
One of them goes on and is constantly for the rest of their life fucked up about it. The other one's like, yo, I'm gonna do everything I can to be the opposite.
Yep.
You feel me?
I'm gonna go and crush it.
Facts. I'm the only person been out the country in my family. Only person that's fucking been to Italy, Bahamas, like, and those are the things that I always told myself, like going back to when I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always looked at as like the weird brother because I was so much different because I knew I was gonna be the difference maker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was the kid who would literally, we share a room, so I'd make the closet my own private bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Remember you used to get the paper clip dollars and shit? I would literally take some glue, stick all the money on the wall. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was so motivated to get out where I was at. Like, had it not been for me calling my pops and saying, hey, I want to get out of here. I want to play football. I want to do something different. Bro, ain't no telling where the fuck I'd be right now. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I had to grow the fuck up at a young age, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like, and that was the best decision I could have ever fucking made. Because Tennessee is by far the best thing that ever happened to me. I wouldn't know my fiance. I wouldn't be sitting right here right now. You feel what I'm saying? So like, it was a blessing for me. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't realize because I kind of felt like it was like survivor's remorse. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I left my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I left my mama. I left my cousins in the same spot that I was just in. Now I'm in Tennessee in this big ass house in Smyrna, living good, eating every night, to where literally just the other day I didn't even eat. I didn't even fucking eat. You feel what I'm saying? So now I'm thinking about it like, damn, bro, did my brothers and them eat tonight? You know what I'm saying? What's going on back home? You feel me? So, and that's just breaking a curse, bro. I had to do something, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had to fucking do something to feel, to just be
want
like,
that shit or you don't.
yeah, just to be like, bro, this ain't what the fuck I want. Like, I don't want to grow up around dirt and grime and shystiness and, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't.
Because you're going to be on survival.
Yeah, because now guess what? You become what you grow up around. If you grow up around dope dealers, 99% of the time, you're going to be a dope dealer.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the stuff that makes me sad. At least working in hip hop, it's like, you see the person who fucking made it, like, popping their shit as a 19-year-old or little baby, like 20 whatever in 2018, like, balling out. But 99% of the time, they don't have it like that.
Yeah.
Or, like, they're not going to get out from rap.
Yeah.
And they keep trying to rap. And they keep doing all this bad shit.
Right.
When realistically, it should be like, bro, like, go.
Change the
You
narrative.
got this shit.
Don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what really hit me is like we've had people come in here, and then a week later, you see him on Scoop Nashville for like a murder charge or something. And
you like, bro, that dude was a good dude when he was in here.
Dude, and that's what fucks me up. Is because I'm like, dude, I was recording this guy. We were laughing. He said please and thank you. He was very nice. How the hell did he get
in this
wrapped
situation?
up in that, dude? I was very blessed. I did not come from. I had very, very good upbringing. I was raised by really only my mom because our dad left when I was in like 3rd grade. But same thing with you. I was like, okay, I want my kid to have both parents. I'm gonna just work my fucking ass off.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom, for being a
good
badass.
Yeah.
Fucking badass.
Yeah.
Shout out to like single moms that really hold down, because there's a lot of them, but like, that's just fucking hard, bro.
It is, bro.
And people had it way harder than me. I will never for a second be like, boo-hoo, poor me.
Yeah.
You know.
And a lot of times you hear these people's stories and you like,
really
I hear the success, but bro, what hurt came behind it? Imagine all the hurt and the pain that little baby went through before he made it. Imagine all the times he was broke. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I tell people all the time, bro, like, bro, it don't matter what you going through, bro. Like, I never complain.
Somebody always going
I never complain,
worse.
bro, because guess what? There's somebody doing 100 times worse.
Yeah,
I can go right outside this building and find somebody right down the block
Yeah.
that's sleeping outside, and he's doing 1,000 times worse.
Yeah, worse.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, who the fuck am I to complain when, in all honesty, we all live great lives compared to some of these other people out here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we not addicted to nothing. We ain't in jail. We ain't broke. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, facts.
Yeah, it's just like, and,
it's
and that's what I love, bro. I love motherfuckers who think like me. You feel what I'm saying? People who want to make it out. People who want to do better for themselves and not be stagnant. You feel what I'm saying? Because stagnant. That's why I moved so many times, bro. Because I would go to a place and I'd be like, nah, I just feel comfortable. You know, I hate being comfortable, bro. I absolutely fucking hate it. Even when I played football, like, I'd be guarding a receiver and I was a corner, and I know he trash. I know it's gonna be an easy game, but it fucking bothers me because when it's an easy game, you ain't getting no targets. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm facing somebody who's trash 99% of the time, I'm going to have a shit game.
You ain't getting no better.
Because I'm not getting no targets. He ain't going to throw over here because this dude fucking sucks. So what am I doing on the field? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, bro. I just think people got to be mentally strong, bro.
Mentally strong. I also feel like people got to talk about it.
Yeah. Facts.
People don't talk about it.
Facts.
Imagine, like you said, you're around dope dealers, but you think dope dealers are ever talking about, like,
No.
yo, we need to better ourselves.
Yeah, like, bro, we need to make it out.
Yo, bro, we gotta just be generous to each other, man. We gotta stop focus about making ourselves money, and we gotta think about how we can make other people money. Oh, no one's saying that.
Ain't nobody doing that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing mentally?
Me?
Yeah.
Good, bro. Thank you for asking.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's good, bro. I always tell people also, like, even with the studio, bro, like, a lot of things are going well, and I feel like every year I've had in the past, like, literally every year for me has kept getting better.
mm-hmm.
Like, business and all that kind of stuff. Still really hard shit that goes on, bro.
Yeah. Life
Usually-
usually keep fucking life.
Usually every year that gets better also gets way fucking harder. Bro.
That's true. You make more money, you pay more taxes.
Yeah, no.
More money, more problems, bro. You know what I'm
Preach.
saying?
But,
Like, shit crazy.
but like, I mean, recently like, we're gonna move to a bigger spot, but like we wanted to move, but we ended up getting kicked out of this space
Mhm.
because they like had some fire code
Yeah.
thing. They messed up, and so we originally thought we were gonna have more time here and like more time to get ready and like prepare for the move, and obviously go to a bigger place with like more rent, more risk, more all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like now we just gotta go. So
Wait, so when y'all got to get out of here?
Yeah.
When?
by like the end of December.
Damn.
But
Damn.
we originally were supposed to be here like month to month, basically for as
Right.
long as we wanted until we didn't want it.
Right.
But then they basically
Damn.
told us like 2 months ago, they were like, all right, you got like
So have y'all started looking and trying to figure that out? Or y'all
Yeah.
kind of got some ideas where y'all want to go?
yeah, bro, yeah, we definitely
That's
we got,
good.
we got a couple, so we gotta figure it out. I think we got the space that we're gonna go to, but
Mhm.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
That's tough, bro. And then it's like some shit that you can't even control. You know what I mean? It's not even like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Oh, we did something, or we didn't pay the rent, or something. It's just like
Yeah.
something that they fucked up. Now you gotta fucking move, and now all your clients they're so used to this location. Now
yeah,
they gotta go to the next location. It's
I-
a minor setback for a major comeback, though. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly. I know for sure. Like, we're gonna move to the new place. I know it's gonna happen at least once. We're gonna have somebody call and be like, "Hey, I'm outside," and I know they're gonna come to the old space, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, damn, bro, no."
I got a question. How many people you got on the team? No.
Right now, we have 4.
That's a good.
So we got 4 engineers.
Next episode, is it possible if we could get all y'all in one?
Hell yeah.
one-
We'll get
one
all-
setting?
Yeah, we got all the boys.
That'll be hella dope. Hell yeah.
But yeah, bro, they're good, and I think I also realized like now that I say like there's 4, I'm like, damn, like that's not even really that many.
4 plus you. So 5.
No, 4 including me right now.
Okay.
But also like at one point we had 6 or 7 including me, and it was too much.
Why
Yeah.
you say that? Like,
People were at like different kind of like points.
levels.
Yeah, different levels for sure.
And those levels wasn't leveling.
No, like, they definitely weren't. Like, and it's just like people wanted different things. Like
Yeah.
some people really wanted kind of like to like make shit sound better and like produce and really do that whole thing, which is you gotta be hungry if you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You gotta be pretty hungry. And some people were kind of just like, oh, I like hanging out with the guys and like,
Just like being in the setting more than working.
yeah, I like being at the studio. I like when
Yeah.
we like. We'll try and like all grab dinner like once a month and get like, oh, I like getting dinner with the guys, and really it's like,
Just that camaraderie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
chemistry.
Yeah, just being together all in the same setting and y'all know that y'all all do the same shit. But
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we all in the same setting, but we gotta focus. Like
Yeah.
we're here with a purpose.
the 3 engineers we have right now, like I said earlier with that one guy who came around Casablanca, like the 3 engineers we have right now, I would be very confident with any big artist coming in to record, without a doubt, any of them would be good to go.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Any of them would be rocking and rolling and take care of the session.
That's good.
Are there maybe levels to like how much they'd know, or like who I think would be more comfortable with like a big, yeah, for sure. But would they all get it done and do a good job? Hell yeah.
That's good.
Which is dope.
Before we wrap it up, I got a few more questions for you.
Hit me.
Give me one thing that you don't like about yourself.
I let people push me around, being too nice a lot of the time.
Pisces.
Is that Pisces shit too?
You said Pisces shit.
I ain't gonna say push you around. It's just like we got a kind heart. We kind hearted.
See, I'm the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm the type of motherfucker like, bro. I mean, I'm like, mind you, bro.
I'll let them have it.
I'm not a hard ass or no shit like that, but I'm Aquarius. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, but us, bro,
Right?
yeah, we like very stuck in our own ways. We super stubborn. You feel what I'm saying? So like, it might be sometimes when my girl, she might just be in the mood to bitch, and I just be like, babe, please get the hell out of my face. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm on college football 25. I'm in the middle of the fourth quarter. It's a tied game. Please leave me alone. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel like mine personally, I'm kind-hearted, but it's just like how you get about 2 times, and then you gonna see a whole another person.
You probably had to learn that too.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
I bet.
Like I know my other 2 signs, so I know the reason why. Like I'm like, my sun is a Pisces, and my moon is Taurus, and my rising is Libra. So like I know which one to channel in when I need to channel in, when it's time to channel in type shit.
It's like different personalities.
But I was gonna say, do you think there was a time where like you didn't have that boundaries of like, oh, these two, and then I'm just gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah, cause I'm a person. I don't really like confrontation, but I take it there. But I'm a person. I like good vibes. I shouldn't have to get out of my element. You feel me? I don't like to get out of my element. I like to chill vibes at all times. The harmony and balance.
Yeah.
The whole time.
I damn sure know what did it for me. I was dating this chick. But I remember I used to be, I ain't gonna say I was a simp. You feel what I'm saying? But I used to be very affectionate and you feel what I'm saying? Shit like that. And I was dating this chick. And this bitch was just crazy. I'm talking about insanely crazy, bro. Like, it was so toxic, bro. And one day, the bitch came to my house, bro. And she was like, I just want to talk. You feel what I'm saying? And so I opened up the door. She bites me, bro. Literally bursts in the door and bites me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck you doing? So I push her out the door, and she goes, that's why I cheated on you. And I go, with who? I go, with who? And she go, multiple niggas. And I swear to God, I said, you know what? Good, bitch. I'll never fuck with you again. And I never did. But that taught me, like, stand on business, bro. When you say you ain't gonna do something, or even if you say you gonna do something, like, I didn't even know we was having an interview until what? Late yesterday. I just happened to call bro, and he was like, yo, I got my guy. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to do an interview. Can you be there? I told him, yeah. As bad as I didn't want to get up off the couch. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, I made a commitment to my nigga. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta be there. No matter how much I don't want to fucking get up right now. You feel what I'm saying?
And really, bro Ben said something about, not doing the interview. He was like, bro, you had said something about me doing a podcast. I was like, actually, I'm finna do a podcast.
Yeah, that's like a while ago.
Yeah, that was a little minute ago. And I'm just still getting used to it, getting these reps in. So I'm on a verge, like I don't wanna prepare sometimes. Sometimes I just gotta go.
I never prepare for none of my interviews. I never wrote a question down. Nothing, bro. And people would be like,
probably better.
Yeah, people would be like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I've been on the radio before and I've done interviews, and they're like, bro, your interview was 100 times better, because like, me personally, I feel like even us, we didn't come in here with a script. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. We kind of told each other what we was gonna talk about as far as like producing. Obviously, we gotta have a subject. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just love coming in, bro, having a natural conversation. You know what I'm saying?
See
You
where it
don't even have to think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I call it ptdl, perspective through different lenses. We can touch on any subject. We ain't
Yeah.
just talk about one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
It's crazy.
what you feel like your purpose is in life, and give me one of your gifts.
Yeah. I think, my purpose
It's a good question.
is a good question. I think people just need to, really, I think people just need to look out for each other a little more. Like,
Honestly, my bad, but I honestly feel like we have multiple purposes, and one for sure is helping each other, for sure.
yeah, it's really like that, too, because I definitely wouldn't be where I am without a lot of really, really, really generous people going out on a limb and doing something for me when they really didn't have to. Like, they really didn't have to. My first DJ gig ever, I've been DJing, like, in college or, like, a college party or a sorority fraternity party once or twice, but there was one person, this dude Cisco, who I was just like, hey, you want to get lunch? And he, next thing you know, was like, yeah, I'm actually, like, booking people at this spot for DJing. Can you send me, like, a 20-minute mix? And, like, if it's good, like, we'll just book you for stuff. And that catapulted all the way into, like,
What you're doing now, kind of.
so much.
Yeah.
Like, so much. Like, if it weren't for him going out on a limb for me on that, like, dude, I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah.
If I hadn't met that one engineer that taught me everything, like, I don't know what I would have done. And all of those people are very outspoken about just, like, help other people. Like, go a little bit out of your way to help someone. Because I'm a big believer, big believer in energy.
Yeah.
I don't think karma is real.
Yeah.
Like, I think in the traditional sense, like, I don't think, like, oh, like, if you don't, like, I don't know, go, like, if you don't hold the door open for someone, then, like, something bad's gonna happen to you.
Right.
But, like, I think if you help enough people, it's almost, like, statistically impossible that good things won't start coming back your way.
That's facts.
Whether
That's
it's
facts.
whether it's people talking about you, do you want to be known as, like, just another dude, or wouldn't you love for someone to say, "Oh, that's the guy that helped me with XYZ. Oh yeah, he helped my friend with this as well. Like,
Yep.
he's really cool. Like, oh, he always helps people. He's always, nice, makes you feel welcome, makes you happy to be there, makes you feel like you're supposed to be there."
Right.
I think that's big, dude. I think purpose-wise, at least right now in Nashville, I really want to try and change the game for engineers in music, because I really, really believe that engineers are such an important part of the process. I don't think you can't replace them.
Nah, you can't.
I've worked at and been to really cool studios, huge, dude, with big producers, and I have been there either before or after. They have almost every single time told me, man, we had this engineer, he just didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And they can't record like a big artist, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a problem.
Yeah.
That's such a problem. You have the person there, you got the beat, and you're the producer, and you got the beat that he likes, and the engineer can't record him or makes him sound bad, and now he's uninspired.
Yeah.
Or an engineer the same way that, like, I know we've worked a couple times, and we might say, like, oh, what do you like? Oh, what if we did this? Oh, what if we said this? What if you said it like this? In my mind, dude, as an engineer, that's kind of fucking producing.
That's facts.
You are helping write the song, you're helping record the song. I've been in sessions where I am helping them finish bars, I'm helping them finish and write lines. I'm not going to get credit for those.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get credit for those just because I was the engineer. So I think my purpose is, I want engineers to be more in that creative process. I think engineers will make...
Not just record.
I'm not just pushing a button, bro. Anyone who's ever tried to engineer knows it's so much more than just pushing a button.
Yeah.
So much more. But I really think that engineers In the same way that we were talking about, I mean, when you were saying country music, you were like, country music's so relatable.
Mm-hmm.
So relatable. You ever seen how many fucking writers are on a country music song? You got like 8 writers on a song.
Yeah.
You can't make great music that's that good just as like 1 or 2 people writing.
Yeah.
You just can't. You definitely can't do it alone. It's always collaborating.
Yeah.
I challenge anyone to go and find a song by one person, written by one person,
Mm-hmm.
that has multiple good songs.
Yeah.
It is so ridiculously rare.
Oh,
Like maybe Kanye,
yeah.
maybe.
Speaking of engineering, bro, do you know somebody by the name of DeAndre Furby? He played at Vanderbilt. He played running back, went to Innsworth. Bruh, so there's a
Bro. Yeah, he's a producer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's what I went to
Lil
middle
Ron.
school. Yeah, I went to
That's the
middle
boy.
school. I went to middle school with him. So you know he done produced.
Yeah, bro, he had that
He did the
Sexy Red
song.
Drake
He
song.
did the Sexy Red and Drake song.
That's the
Boss
boy.
Man D-Lo.
Yeah.
Sports Center.
Yeah.
So like, bruh, I got some. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know each other or if y'all or whatever the case
Yeah.
is. You
I
know what I'm saying?
engineer over at Tay Keith's. Like,
Oh, okay,
all the time.
yeah. Cool then. I was about to say shit. If you don't know, bro. You know
No,
what I'm
100%.
saying? Yeah, because I was wondering. I didn't even think about it at first. So I'm like, damn, he went to Vanderbilt. Bro went to Vanderbilt. They both doing the same shit.
Did he
You
go
know
to
what I'm saying?
Vandy?
Yeah, he went to Vanderbilt.
For
Yeah.
real? Why do I feel like he? I
He
feel
played.
like he went somewhere
He went to
else.
Vanderbilt and then he went to Western Kentucky.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I remember him from.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was at Vanderbilt and then he transferred to.
I remember you told me he
WKU.
played somewhere else as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay,
So-
you know.
It's just crazy though, bro, because it's like, at first I didn't even know bro even did anything related to music. You
Mhm.
feel what I'm saying? Then I see everybody posting and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Why everybody posting this? So I hit bro in the DMs and I'm like, bro, you produced and shit? He was like, yeah. And I was like, well shit, what you charge for a beat? Which honestly, it surprised me. He was only like $250. And I'm like,
now the price is probably low.
yeah, I'm like,
Or he'll fuck with you because he knows.
yeah, I'm like $250, bro, for a beat on that kind of level to where major artists like Drake and Sexy Red and motherfuckers like that, like $250, bro, that's a steal.
Yeah.
A straight, and you get the, I don't know if he gonna give you the 100% rights to it and shit
No,
like
y'all
that. but-
will split it. For
yeah,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
But no, bro, even him, like all the guys over there in their camp, it's like I run a lot of sessions over there. They were like, bro, he came out of nowhere. Like he's been like kind of making beats for a little bit, but
I had no clue.
recently we talked about like, oh, bro, you just got to put hours in, like 10,000 hour rule.
Yeah.
Dude, he is always making beats.
Really?
Like
Shit
there was
crazy.
one time we had because Trapper Man Dale comes here a lot, but we had a session for Dale and I was like, yo, send me some beats.
Mhm.
Dude, he sent me like 30.
God.
And they were all really solid.
God.
Like it was clear he wasn't just like sending all the beats he'd made recently.
Yeah.
He like went through and was
and
like,
picked like the,
I think that he probably picked out of like hundreds and he was like, this one's good, this one's good, this one like
Mhm.
works.
it's
I
just
mean-
crazy, bro, because he was, man, I've been knowing him since 7th grade and like, bro, he was one of the best athletes.
Oh,
You know what
really?
I'm saying? So like I always thought that, you know what I'm
Did
saying?
you know him too?
Because he
I
was,
know.
because you know
I
he came out,
from football.
him and Corn Elder. I don't know if you know who Corn Elder is, but Corn Elder is probably
Football, too.
that nigga probably the best motherfucking Tennessee football player of all time.
Oh, for real?
Bro, cold as, he went to
I'd
Innsworth.
say he best athlete for sure.
You seen that Miracle Miami play where they was doing the tossing back and all
Was
that
he in
shit?
that?
That was
Yeah.
him. He
He
the one who
scored.
scored the touchdown. So like, I always thought of Furby like being an athlete. You feel what I'm saying? So I'd never seen anything else from him or ever thought of anything else
like
besides
Nashville
him.
really
He's
got
cold.
talent, bro. Like sneak code to
Yeah.
the music shit.
Yeah,
Me
so
and bro got plenty
it's good.
songs.
just like, bro, you see this shit, but you don't know how much time, how much effort, how much
No.
work, how many
People will
fucking
see-
beats he sent out. You know what I'm saying?
People will see him and think that he just like
Yeah.
got lucky for sure.
Yeah, and it's like, no, bro, he had to work and fucking network and
Or
and
the-
put
or-
himself out there.
Or the same way that people are just like assume that songs just sound really good. Like
Yeah.
you said, back to what you were talking about at the very beginning, like, or it just gets in the booth and it sounds really good. I don't
Yeah,
know,
man.
bro.
I
That's
know.
half. That ain't even half the battle.
No, bro.
It's the same shit with videos. Like I told him, I said, bro.
Editing shit.
Yeah, I said, bro, shooting a video
Such
is
a headache.
nothing.
Yeah.
Editing.
That's easy, but when you gotta sit here and especially like this episode might be an hour and 45 minutes. So you're gonna have to think about it. You're gonna have to go through every single frame, every second of an hour and 45 minutes, right? Might be some shit where you just rambled on and you want to cut it out. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to cut it out, go all the way back to the front, play it again, make sure everything is lined up. And that shit takes fucking hours. And I told my brother, I said, bro, editing a video, I told you this. I said, bro, editing a video is damn near just like mixing music.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because you
for
got to
sure.
put filters
100%.
on it. You got to put filters on it. You got to cut. You got to do all types of shit.
gotta
You
feel
know what I'm
good.
saying?
Make
Yeah.
sure words line up.
Yeah.
Everything.
So it's kind of the same shit besides you just not, it's more of like music is obviously just the voice. You feel what I'm saying? Versus a video, you kind of got a combination of
Couple elements.
the voice,
Yeah.
the motherfucking video, and all that bullshit put together. So
100%.
So, what you like doing more? Producing and engineering or DJing?
It's tough.
Somebody told you you had to choose which one you want.
Engineering.
For sure, for sure.
you probably get more of a it's probably more satisfying for you because you're like, damn, I just put this shit together and now this is the finished product.
Yeah.
Versus DJing's kind of like, all right, we've heard these songs a million times. I just got to put together a good mix or whatever the case may be.
I'll say the two sides of the coin that I was thinking about was being in the studio with a really, really talented artist and knowing that a song is being made that is going to be really important and
Yeah.
people are really going to like it, like on a worldwide scale, is really fucking cool.
Yeah. Facts.
Like that feels like unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a weird, like, it's a high.
Right.
Like, it's really, like, I feel like it's something that I chase, and part of the reason I love recording and having a studio is because you never know who's going to walk through the door.
That's true. Or you never know who gonna run across that song.
No, exactly.
You never know.
Probably one of my most influential mentors is dude Gonzalo from Miami. He was the head engineer at Quad Studios in New York. This
Oh yeah. That's one of
massive-
the biggest studios.
So he was their chief engineer. So he oversaw all the engineers, all their, literally fucking everything
Mm-hmm.
for like 10, 15 years. And he's worked with literally everybody.
That's where Tupac got shot back in the day.
Oh, seriously?
At Quad Studios.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But he's like, you know, he's recorded like Lil Baby, Juice WRLD, Katy Perry, like actually everybody.
Yeah.
And I constantly go to him on stuff. And he always has the wisest goddamn quotes. Dude, it's actually, he's a quote machine, but we had someone texting us the other night, and I got on the phone with them, they were trying to book, and like, they had an Instagram with a shiesty mask and 0 posts, and private. Yes,
Yeah.
no, I texted you, I was like, oh, like,
Yeah,
I only knew one person that they followed, and you were like, I don't really know him either. But I called my mentor right after. I was like, yo, like, do you take all your sessions? And he was like, I never turn one away. And I was like, yo, but like, listen to like what this is. Like, here's the situation though. Like, kind of being like, oh, he's gonna agree with me. And he goes, that was probably Travis Scott. In the sense that like he was like, not that guy is actually Travis Scott,
right.
but he was like,
you never know.
at one point, the Little Babies and the Travis Scotts were definitely those kinds of people.
Yeah.
That were definitely just some street dudes.
That's a fact.
And that guy came in for a session, and our engineer, I didn't take the session, but our engineer was like, you were so nice.
Really?
Like, he was like, dude, he was super cool.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, that guy was the man. Like, he's coming back next week. Like, really, really nice. Like, very polite. Like, sent payment. Like,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's how I be.
And I was just like, damn, dude.
So
like,
you take cash or you just take credit cards?
usually just like Cash App and credit cards and Venmo and that kind of stuff. Because like when we run a clean ship. Sometimes people pay cash though.
Right. Okay.
We try not to, just
Yeah.
because it's too much of a headache.
Yeah, and it's kind of risky.
I report all of it. Like, I fully report it, but at the same time, it's like, it's just another headache because I gotta
Yeah.
go to the bank, I gotta drop it off,
Yeah.
then I gotta get a receipt for it, then I gotta save the receipt.
then
so
then
it's
you
just-
got to put the shit in file. And that's the thing people don't know about business, bro. Is it comes with
That
a lot
shit
of
rough.
organization.
Oh yeah,
Motherfuckers don't know. Yeah, I gotta pay. You got LLC,
for
so
sure.
it's like I gotta pay my damn taxes. I don't know how it is in Tennessee, but Colorado it was quarterly. So we had to go and report every 3
quarter,
months.
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And then at the end of the year, then you finally pay your taxes. You feel what I'm saying? But I really enjoyed the conversation today. You feel what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
It's a great episode, man.
Yeah, I really did, bro. You know what I mean?
We're finna get ready to wrap it up. We almost up out of here. I'm your host, Wise. I got my
Trip.
boy Trip. And I guess Sevv, best producer in the city, man. Come tap in with us.
Tap in, man. PTDL, man. We're gonna be coming with a lot of episodes. You feel what I'm saying? Dropping, trying to put some of this content on y'all. Hopefully next time we come back, bruh, we can get some of the other producers. You know what I'm saying? We can pick y'all's brains a little bit.
Get a little rapid fire with the
Yeah,
fellas.
you feel me? You never know. Hell, you might just be able to cook up a little session in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying?
Make a beat on the spot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. That'll be dope. But yeah,
Definitely. I appreciate y'all.
you, brother.
Of course.
Y'all like and
sir. You
subscribe.